DBD correspondent Wesley Avila was in Miami yesterday to see the Dodgers lose 11-9 against the last place Marlins. He brings us this report.
Dodgers. Pitching is straight trash. Today was just like a show of trash. Like it's the last place Marlins, and they couldn't get a inning without an out, without a score, man. It was crazy. But it is what it is. Another day tomorrow. Shohei got 48 today, so that's pretty awesome.
It is September 18th, 2024. The Dodgers are in first place in the NL West, 3.5 games in front of the Padres. But it sure doesn't feel like it. Welcome to Dodger Blue Dream Daily, our recap format where I tell you everything you need to know about yesterday's game and my take on it in 5 minutes or less. I'm Richard Parks III, and today we are going to talk about two things. One, our pitching is a mess, especially on the starting rotation side. And two, our offense is gold, getting hot at just the right time. And you know what? I'm going to throw in a third thing for good measure. Where does this leave us in our quest to win the World Series this year? I'll give you my take. All right, pitching. Bobby Miller was on the mound yesterday, and I really like this kid. He throws 100, but it doesn't really matter if you throw 100 if it doesn't have any movement and you don't have any other pitches. He only got through 2 innings against one of the worst offenses in baseball, and I feel for him. I mean, he was sweating so much that his whole jersey turned a darker shade of gray, like the entire thing was sopping wet, and he's got those sad doe eyes. Aww. But let's not hang this all on Bobby Miller. I mean, he was selected to start because even though he's been bad all season long, we just don't have any starting pitchers who are not hurt. Somebody has to start. And this is the Dodgers' problem. When you get into a short series like best of 5 and you have to win a game in order to win another game and then win 3 games and win the series, you can't have starting pitching like this because then you don't win even though your offense scored 9 runs and your bullpen has to cover 7 innings, and so they're tired for the next day. So then they're ineffective. You can see how this is a slippery slope. And speaking of the bullpen, they were also not sharp. Michael Grove gave up 3, Ryan Brazier gave up 2, and Daniel Hudson gave up 2 as well. So the Marlins, one of the worst offensive teams in baseball, scored 11 runs against our pitching staff. The Marlins are a last place team. What's going to happen when we're in the postseason and we're facing a first place team? All right, let's move on. Some good news. Our offense scored 9 runs in this game. That's the second game in a row we've scored 9 runs. Usually more than enough to win a baseball game, so that is great. Max Muncy had 5 RBIs on his own, and Shohei Ohtani hit an incredibly loud, incredibly long, incredibly historic home run. It was Shohei's 48th homer of the season, and so now he is at 48 and 48 homers and steals. We did a couple episodes on Shohei's getting to 40-40, which only 6 players in history have done, and the highest anybody's ever gotten is 42-42. A-Rod did that. So every time Shohei goes up a level, he's making history. And with 11 games left in the season, including a series in the high altitude of Colorado, it almost seems guaranteed that Shohei will get to 50-50. Freddie had an RBI to add to Muncy's 5 batted in, and Miguel Rojas homered against his former team in front of dozens of family and friends. So this offense, led by our superstars, is on fire, and it's a good time to get hot going down the stretch, because that'll help us win baseball games, and that's what we need to do in order to win series and advance in the playoffs and make it all the way. In terms of what this means for our World Series chances, this loss was tough, but there was good mixed in with the bad. I think of the late, great Dodgers broadcaster, Vin Scully, my hero, who famously said, "Losing feels worse than winning feels good." And I think as Dodger fans, we have to remember that we are in the postseason every year. It's been 11 consecutive years. And if we're there with this offense and we get a couple decent starts from our pitching rotation, we have a very good chance here. Look outside, Los Angeles. The sun is shining, and the forecast is clear. Thank you for listening to Dodger Blue Dream Daily. Please check out our back catalog for thoughtful documentary episodes. We'll be back with another one of those soon. I'm Richard Parks III.